Hey everyone! Game of Thrones shocked the world with its brutality. The Red Wedding, heads on spikes, and dragons burning entire armies alive. Many viewers thought, this is pure fantasy. No real civilization was ever this dark. But 3,300 years ago, a real civilization ruled the Yellow River Valley in today's China. They had writing and massive cities. They built bronze vessels so sophisticated that modern engineers still wonder how they did it. And they practiced rituals that would make even the cruelest fiction villains look tame. This is the Shang Dynasty, China's first chapter of recorded history, and it had two very different phases. Oracle bone script was first discovered in 1899 by a scholar in Beijing who noticed strange carvings on dragon bones sold in a pharmacy. Eventually, over 150,000 pieces were unearthed. But here's the interesting part. The Shang invented the writing system for one reason: divination. They believed that their dead ancestors didn't simply vanish. They became powerful spirits who controlled the weather, the harvest, and the fate of battles. Staying in touch wasn't just a tradition, it was a survival strategy. Imagine a royal diviner, often the emperor himself, carving small hollows into a tortoise shell, then pressing a red-hot bronze rod against them. The bone would crack with a loud pop. The emperor would read that crack as a message from the dead. And then it carved the entire text message onto the bone. Will it rain tomorrow? Should we attack the enemy? Why do I have this toothache? Nothing was too big or too small to ask the ancestors. And those magnificent bronze vessels, covered with mysterious monster faces, they were essentially high-end cooking pots used to prepare food offerings for those same hungry spirits. Now, here's the part that's hard to hear. The Shang didn't just offer grain and wine to their ancestors. They offered human lives. Prisoners of war were the primary victims. Shang armies raided neighboring tribes, specifically to capture people for sacrifice. At the Yin ruins, archaeologists have found thousands of sacrificial pits. In one building foundation alone, they found over 600 human victims. Some were beheaded. Others showed cut marks, suggesting they were dismembered, cooked, and presented in those bronze vessels as food for the dead. The oracle bones recorded these events with chilling calm. Performed human sacrifice, 300 Qiang tribesmen. The Shang elite believed an angry ancestor could destroy an entire empire. So they managed their terror by feeding the spirits the most precious thing they had, human life. But eventually, even the nobles grew wary of living in such constant fear. According to ancient records, when the Zhou army finally marched on the Shang capital, the Shang soldiers, exhausted and disillusioned, turned their weapons around and opened the gate for the invaders. They had stopped believing in their emperor long ago. The Zhou dynasty brought a revolutionary idea. Heaven doesn't want blood. Heaven wants virtue. This was the mandate of heaven, a moral revolution that changed China forever. The Chinese didn't start out wise. We started out terrified, killing to keep invisible forces satisfied. But we learned, we grew. Our deep cultural emphasis on virtue wasn't just a random idea. It was a hard-earned survival lesson. We learned to value human life, specifically because we had lived through a world that had none. This is the story of a civilization that looked into its own darkness and chose to outgrow it. Before you go, let's look at today's character, 火, meaning fire. Look at the ancient oracle bone form. It's a simple picture. Flames rising upward, with flickering tips dancing in the air. This is one of the most pictographic characters in Chinese, and here's where it gets fun. Modern Chinese people can still play with these characters like Lego blocks. If you stack two fires together, you get yan, meaning heat. Stack 3 and you get yan, representing brilliant sparks. And if you're feeling really intense, stack 4 together to get yi, which describes a massive blazing fire. It's a 300-year-old way of saying something is absolutely on fire. That's all for today. See you in the next one.